Buddha.
No way, Jose.
Welcome to the True Zone, D Truth TV. I'm your host, D Truth. I'm gonna give my shout out to Run 19 Respect, Shawanda Williams, James Wilson, respect. As you see by the title, know when I said I will break all this stuff down, I'm gonna break it down. We're gonna break down the Bill of Rights and the real meaning of the 4th of July, which I kind of mistitled it, which I should have said why our people in our community should not celebrate the 4th of July. So, Sky Swizzy, what's going on, Sky Swizzy? Yeah, respect. Why blacks should not celebrate the 4th of July? Y'all ready to hear this? If y'all ready to hear this, throw a one up in the chat. Throw a one up in the chat if y'all ready to hear this. If y'all ready to hear this, throw a one up in the chat. All right. Here we go. Tony Renee, respect. Simply stated, the answer is no. And the following explains why. This explains why. Okay. The Declaration of Independence asserts we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Is all men created equal? All women? Don't just say all men. All men are created equal. They said all women are created equal. They just said all black men are created. They said all men are created equal. Which we both know it's a lie. We both know that's a lie. James Wilson, I had to get it to you. because you've been a good supporter of mine. Okay, all men are not created equal. All women is not created equal. I'm gonna check a question. Are all is black men and black women created equal to the Caucasian, Asian, Hispanic? Are we equal to them? Because according to society, are we created equal? Are we created equal? What y'all answer to that? Are we created equal? Are we equal to everybody else? Are we created equal to somebody else? Are we treated fairly like the other nationality races? Are we created equal? Tony Renee, you said yes, we are. Tony Renee. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. A black man, black woman get charged with same crime as a white woman, white man. Are they gonna get the same sentence? Take a perfect example. If a black man shot at a white teenager, would he go straight to jail? Okay, there you go. What are you saying yes to? Oh, you had type no. Okay. But we are not created equal. That they are endured by their creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. The right life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Okay, why are we so scared as our community said life? Let's take a look at life. Yeah, I know you did. Let's take a look at life. Okay. What do life mean to these other people? What our life mean to the other people? Okay, I figured. What do our life mean to other people? Our life don't mean a damn. Our life don't mean a damn thing to the other people. Let's take it for example, the woman down in Florida who went to talk to this lady who shot her through the door. First, they didn't want to charge her to an uproar. Came out. Then they charged her. Then the DA is not going to charge the woman for shooting the white woman shooting the black mother through the door with her kids there. They want to charge her with child abuse, endangerment of a child. Don't want to charge her there. Now let switch that around. Let it be one of us do that shit. We've been charged. We've been still sitting in jail without no bond. Where did it go to court? Where's that life? Where that liberty? And where the pursuit of happiness? The pursuit of happiness, every time we get to try to get somewhere, they must be selling drugs or something. See, that's not pursuit. Despite that, slavery was legal in the 13 colonies, which means 20% of the population were held in brutal bondage without liberty or happiness or real life. We still held in bondage without liberty or happiness or a real life. You want to get down to it. Are we still living in bondage? We're still living in bondage, aren't we? We're still living in bondage because they don't want us to know the true story of what this America really built on. They don't want their kids to know the real history. They want to make it so they can be celebrated. Of the 56 white male property owners who signed that declaration, 27 were slaveholders. Listen to that. 27 were slaveholders who signed that declaration. So that means 29 wasn't, right? Were slaveholders, slave shippers, and all slave investors. Let that sink in. Okay, let's continue. Thomas Jefferson, who was the primary drafter of the Declaration of Independence, enslaved 175 black women and men and children in 1776 and 276 by 1822. Okay, and he was the president. He was president of this country back then. Willis Warren, respect. We're doing a history lesson today. Also, he was a racist pedophile who began raping Sally Hemings when she was 14 years old, and he impregnated her 7 times. Let that sink in. They were doing that all to our ancestors, black ancestors back then, our black ancestor women back then. Think about it. He was a rapist, pedophile who began raping Sally Hemings when she was 14 years old. Let that sink in. And he impregnated her 7 times. In addition to that, as governor of American Virginia in 1779, he signed a bill to encourage enlistment Revolutionary War for compensated white men by giving them a healthy, sound Negro. Giving them a healthy, sound Negro. Okay. Declaration of Independence. You see why we should be celebrating the 4th of July? It's not our Independence Day. It's not. In his 1785 book entitled Notes of the State of Virginia, he wrote about the preface or a orangutan, meaning an ape-like creature for black women over those of its own species. He added that blacks are inferior to the whites and have a very strong, disagreeable odor. You see, even back then, they defined black women as orangutan. They defined black people as orangutan. Is that why we define? Why do that was some black women define? Why we just find each other as orangutan, market ape-like, and they said this agreeable odor. Do we have a really disagreeable odor? A whole lot of people have a disagreeable odor if you don't take a shower, wash your ass. See what I'm saying? There was a language in an early version of the Declaration of Independence that condemned the King of England for kidnapping Africans and shipping them from the motherland to Europe. That language properly described slavery as, however, the men who participate in the drafting of that document realized that people who live in Glad Haven shouldn't throw stones, so that language was deleted. Yeah, I did a show about these Pickaninny holidays. The battle cry or the signatories or the Declaration of Independence was taxation without representation. They contended that Britain requirement that they pay taxes without having any elected representation in the British Parliament would reduce them to the status of slave. They contended this while enslaving human beings themselves. That kind of a coincidence, ain't it? They got mad at the British for taxing them, but they also want representation. Because they didn't have representation, they said, let me read that again. I don't think y'all caught that. I don't think y'all caught that. They said that will reduce them to status of slaves. But guess what? They was enslaving humans. They was enslaving our ancestors back then themselves. So they were crying. America's history book still failed to register that Corpus attacks the first to die in a so-called Boston Massacre on March 5th, 1770, in an event that began with the violence that would lead to the Revolutionary War, happened to be in the city of that date because he was with a group of laborers on the waterfront, and that was because he was a professional seaman who had been on various ships for 20 years after having courageously escaped slavery. His courage stemmed from what he had learned from his African father and nature Indian for blacks' mother. But none of that is taught in this country school. You see what they're leaving out the history books, right? Y'all see what they're leaving out the history books. See, that's not being taught. That's why I'm bringing it here today. Neither is the fact that 5,000 brave black men were instrumental in leading America to victory over Britain by 1783. They don't want to talk about that. They want 5,000 brave black men led what instrumental leading America to victory over Britain by 1783. They won't talk about that. Why aren't their names and biography widely publicized? Maybe it's because General George Washington initially barred free and enslaved blacks from serving, but he changed his mind when the British began winning the war. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for a minute. George Washington, the first so-called first president of this country, they wasn't barred, freed, and enslaved blacks from serving until he realized they were losing the damn war to the British. Okay. Maybe it's also because after blacks helped win the war for America, many of them were thrown back into American slavery. I'd be damned if I go fight to help you win a war against the British and you throw me back in slavery. You're not throwing me back in slavery. You're not throwing me back in slavery. Ain't no way. See, I'm giving y'all the facts right now. Y'all go do y'all research. Y'all go do y'all research. By the way, July 4th isn't really Independence Day. July 2nd is. The Second Continental Congress met in Philly on July 1st, and then on July 2nd approved to a resolution declaring independence. The only thing that happened on July 4th was the approval. So, in other words, July 4th is not even really. July 2nd is. So, in other words, the holiday is technically July 2nd, which is tomorrow, Sunday. In regard to that July 2nd date, John Adams, a Draftford delegate and founding father, wrote to his wife, Abigail, on the same day. I am apt to believe that July 2nd, 1776 will be celebrated by succeeding generations at the Great Anniversary Festival. Letting they know they're going to change it to July 4th, which is supposed to be July 2nd. In 1777, Congress for the first time ever considered memorializing the historically privileged July 2nd date, but there was a problem. Congress considered it 2 days late, which is why July 4th became the official recognized date. I'm giving y'all background. I'm giving y'all background on this right quick. This is a history lesson. We're going. Apart from that, there's a strong argument that even the year 1776 is incorrect since the war officially began on April 19, 1975. I should mention that some of these signers weren't even American. 8 were foreigners from Britain, the country or the enemy. I wonder if today's anti-immigrant rights wingers in the U.S. know that. On the second thought, I don't wonder. So some of the signers wasn't even British. Most of what America think they know about July 4 and the Declaration of Independence and the the war is a lie. For example, Paul Revere never completed his Redcoats Are Coming. The Redcoats Are Coming midnight warning ride. He was captured by the British. Think about that. And Seamster Betsy Ross didn't see sold the flag in 1776 or any other time after supposedly having met General George Washington. She had absolutely nothing to do with it. Her grandson, William Cambridge, completely made up the story nearly 100 years later in 1870 when he presented false affidavit from fundamental to the Presbyterian Historical Society in Philadelphia. Just think about that. Everything you knew that you thought you knew about this holiday is a lie. That's why we shouldn't be celebrating it. Here's the 9 reasons not to celebrate the 4th of July. 9 reasons you shouldn't be celebrating the 4th of July. Here we go. I'm going to read them to you. Number 1, 3/5 compromise. Although there were debates about the legitimacy of slavery, and the U.S. Southern politicians fought relentless to maintain the rights and financial benefit that enslavers gained for the institution. Included in this struggle was whether or not enslaved people should be counted as part of the U.S. population. To increase their representation in U.S. Congress, Southern argued enslaved people should be counted, while Northern argued only the free population should be counted. In 1787, at the United States Constitutional Convention, delegates from the Northern and Southern states reached a compromise, and enslaved person would count as 3/5 of the person, although this had no impact on the rights of enslaved people who still had none. Partially counting the enslaved population determined a state's direct taxation and representation in the House of Representatives. Respect, I got the juice. Think about that. We are still considered 1/3. 1/3. We won't even consider a whole man. We are considered 3/5 of a man, 3/5 of a woman, and we want to celebrate this damn holiday. And black people don't want to celebrate this holiday. Why? Let's keep going. Number 2, the reason why we shouldn't. Fugitive Slave Clause. The U.S. Constitution, which is the supreme law of the United States of America, includes a Fugitive Slave Clause. Article 4, Section 2, Clause 3, protected enslavers and the institution of slavery. If an enslaved person or indentured servant escaped captivity and fled to another state, that person held to service or labor was required to be returned to his or her enslaver in the state from which they escaped. Respect, Nate the Great. Respect. This is another reason why we shouldn't celebrate. Consider 3/5 of a man or a woman. Number 2 is 1789 Fugitive Slave Clause. If our ancestors escaped to the north and they were captured, they supposed to have been returned to the state, to the plantation, to the slaveholder for which they came. Okay. Let's take it to number 3. Fugitive Slave Act of 1793. In 1793, Congress passed the first Fugitive Slave Act. The core black people's ongoing need for freedom, as well as growing activism among abolitionists in the northern state. This federal law authorized local government to seize and return runaway enslaved people to their owners and impose penalty on anyone who aided in their flight. In addition to maintaining control over enslaved people, the Fugitive Slave Act resulted in illegal capture of many free black people who were sold into slavery. Think about that. Think about that. And this would be, and black people want to celebrate Independence Day. Remember, it was 1776 or 1775, July 2nd, July 4th of that year. Independence Day, it wasn't no Independence Day for us. What is Independence Day for us? Nothing. Think number 4, the cotton gin, 1794. In 1794, respect, Anita Sweet, respect. In 1794, Eli Whitney patented the cotton gin, a machine that helped Southern farmers significantly increase the production of cotton by speeding up the process of removing seeds from the cotton fiber. With the cotton gin, American enslavers could increase their profit by producing more cotton with free labor or enslaved people. This cycle of free labor increased production, and growing with wealth was there in gentrification to maintain and expand slavery. Think about it. Think about it for a minute. See, the cotton gin helped to increase the production of cotton, but with the increase of the cotton gin, with the cotton gin being invented, they needed more enslaved people. And then let's take it back to number 3, the Fugitive Slave Act. They captured the ones that got free to the north. They had to bring them back to the south to their owners, and the one that was helping them, it was a penalty. Think about it. Okay, that was number 4. Let's go to number 5. First law to prohibit importing enslaved Africans, 1808. Until 1808, it was legal for Americans to bring enslaved Africans into the United States. Respect the Bivens. Think about it. This right here, everybody, all black people wasn't from Africa. They were all black people. It's not from Africa. Okay, I'm going to get that out of people's head before they say, yeah, we were from Africa. No, we're not from Africa. All of us not from Africa. What a shift to prove it. What a change to prove that we were from Africa. Until 1808, it was legal for America to bring enslaved Africans into the United States. Congress passed the act of prohibiting importation of slaves of 1807. But the federal law didn't take effect until January 1st, 1808. That was the earliest date permitted by the U.S. Constitution. This law had no impact on people who were born into slavery in the U.S. The enslavement continued to enslave and illegal bring Africans to the U.S. until approximately 1860. You're right, I got you. Indigenous people were here. We were here first. They were taking other people, other free slaves, and turn them into, put them on plantation and put them in slavery. Think about it. That's why we should be celebrating July 4th as our holiday. Number 6, Nat Turner Revolt and Execution, 1831. On August 21st, 1831, Nathan Nat Turner led a private rebellion of enslaved people that resulted in the killing of about 55 white people. Turner eventually was caught and executed along with 16 supporters. Another 56 enslaved people who were accused of participating in the rebellion was executed, and more than 200 others were beaten by angry mobs and white militias. Nat Turner's revolt led to a new wave of oppressive legislation that prohibited the education movement and people. Think about that. They thought of educational to prohibit, to prohibit the education and movement and assembly of enslaved people. What they doing today? They do not want our kids to know about what I'm saying right now. Then they want to restrict our movement, right? They want to restrict our movement, and they don't want us to assembly. They don't want to. They do not want to assemble, right? You welcome to be. They don't want us to assemble, right? They want to check out. What do you think some of these white folks, Caucasian, got the balls and the audacity to ask us, do we live here? Where we going? What you doing here? That's a placate card right there, okay? That's why they doing it today because of what they did back then. Many other rebellions, enslaved people took place before and during the 19th century, including Gabriel Prosper revolt in Virginia in 1800, the 1811 German coast uprising near New Orleans, Denmark rebellion in Charleston, South Carolina in 1822, and the Amsterdam revolt in 1839. I just want to stop right there. Oh, y'all, if anybody learns anything today, anybody learn anything today? This is why our brothers and sisters, that's why we should be celebrating July 4th. Because we wasn't free. We didn't have our independence. Right to the day, we still not free. Stop me when I'm wrong. Stop me when I'm wrong. Stop me when I'm wrong. Hey, I don't care who's listening. I don't care right now. Guess what? Check this out. Here's another slave act. Remember, there was already two. A Fugitive Slave Act got one. Hold on. Let's see. It was already a Fugitive Slave Act, right? That was first it was called the Fugitive Slave Clause, right? Then it came down to the Fugitive Slave Act of 1793. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, guess what? They got a Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. Let that sink in. Remember the Fugitive Slave Act of 1793? Well, when it was met with resistance from abolish in northern state, Congress passed a new law in 1850, added even more provision to protect enslavers, restrain runaways, and impose harsher punishment for those who interfered with their capture. Hey, I'm coming with the truth today. So they changed it, make it more harsher. They made it where the enslavers was more protected, and which restrained the runaways, imposed a harsher sentence, punishment on those who interfered with their capture. Dred Scott decision. The Dred Scott decision, this number 8, 1856. In November 1853, Dred and Harriet Scott and enslaved couple filed a separate lawsuit for their freedom in St. Louis Circuit Court. Eventually, their case was combined and reached the U.S. Supreme Court. In Dred Scott versus Sanford, the court determined that all people of African descent, free or enslaved, were not United States citizens. This is 1857. Therefore, they had no rights to sue in federal court. Further, since enslaved people were legal property of enslavement, the Fifth Amendment protected the rights of slave owners. Got y'all thinking, huh? Got y'all thinking. I know it do. Think about it. This is 1853. 1857 was a decision. We wasn't human. We still not human. To some people. And the Fifth Amendment back then protected the rights of slave owners. With some of them rights still is being protected. What above comment that you put up there? I got the juice. I got you. I got you. I removed it. I got the juice. I got you. I removed it. About the ships is I don't know what mess you put. No, it didn't post. It didn't post. That's what I'm talking about. Really get his ass out of here. We don't want no nonsense. We don't want no nonsense. I don't know what the hell he coming in for. See, we already know. We always gonna have somebody come in here and say some bullshit like that, right? And guess what? What it go, Willis? We talking about some real shit here. We don't got no time for that bullshit they trying to talk about. See, we not timing nobody out on my show unless I say so. If I say time them out, let them live, that's what we're gonna do. But when I'm teaching, educating, trying to educate, and when I'm trying to teach and educate my supporters, my chat, people who gonna go back and watch the replay, I ain't got time for that bullshit. To all the people that got riches that's in my chat, anybody else comes in here that types some bullshit in here, go ahead and get them out of here. Yeah, get in the boot. No timing out. Just go ahead and shoot them in the head to get them out. Let's continue. On July 5th, 1852, Frederick Douglass delivered his very famous speech. What to the slave is the 4th of July. Okay, here we go. Let's change that around a little bit. Let's change that around. Let's change Frederick Douglass' speech around a little bit. What to the black people of the day is the 4th of July? Realist one, I got the juice. Hey, Realist one, you already know I don't play, don't you? What to American slave is your 4th of July? What to the American black men and women is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days in the year the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim to him. Your celebration is a sham. You boasted liberty and unholy license, your national greatness, swelling vanity, your sound of rejoicing or empty and heartless, your denunciation or tyrant, brass fronted impunities, your shot of liberty and equality, hollow mockery, your prayers, your hymns, your sermons, and thanksgiving, with all your religious parade and solemnity, are to him mere fraud, deception, and hypocrites. A thin veil to cover up crime which would disgrace a nation of savages. There is not a nation on this earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than are the people of the United States. And this very hour, Think about that. Baby love, respect. Baby love, respect to you, respect to you. Well, I'm gonna help you out here, baby love, right quick. All right. See, Frederick Douglass had it right. All this about we doing this, we doing that, but yet our people, and we still is considered 3/5 of a person. Why should we celebrate the 4th of July when we are looked at as monkeys, as ape? Why we don't have when our skin tone is not the right color? Why we always had to walk around, have other people or other color asking us where our papers at? You don't belong here when we live in the neighborhood. Do you asking us questions about, oh, do you live here? See, that's where they get it from. That's why we should be celebrating the 4th of July. Okay. So before you fire up the grill today, tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday, give some thought to whether or not this holiday is for you to celebrate, or is this one we should be sitting out. James Wilson. Well, I got 2 James Wilson in here today. I got a question to ask y'all. Is this a holiday we should be celebrating? If you think the 4th of July we should be celebrating, put a 1 in the chat. If you think this is a holiday we shouldn't be celebrating, put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think so. If you don't think so, Kenyon 28, respect. If you think this is a holiday we shouldn't be celebrating, put a 1 in the chat. See, I'm going to come back to the Bill of Rights. We had a lot of fun on the 4th of July, right? We having fun on the July. AP,
Yo,
what's going on?
True,
AP, what's going on, my brother?
I'm chilling. What up, bro? I was just tapping in, bro.
And then I'm trying to get these folks to see that we celebrate the wrong kind of holiday.
Always sell any pagan holiday the wrong.
That the folks,
yeah, any pagan holiday.
You right about that. You right about that.
Yeah.
And that's
Independence Day, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was, right?
Yeah. 4th of July. I don't know who for who. It's not for us. Not for us black folks.
Yeah, definitely wasn't for us. But I could do all kinds of shit with that. But I was just pulling up, tapping in, man. I'm on this road right here.
Yeah, I know you always on the road. When you're not on the road.
Yeah, I was just pulling up, saying what's up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, look, hey, I'm glad I ain't the only one know that. I know everybody. Hey, the whole lot of black people gonna be barbecuing and celebrating. I ain't celebrating the shit. Okay, get what all the pagans holiday. I'm gonna give all the pagans holidays up. Special. I think I went and did all the and think about it. That right there, the line they already did. They talk about July 4th is major is the date, but it was July 2nd. See, and then they wanted, and we was only considered 3/5. Then they try to restrict the movements. Then all these slavery act they want to make up. Guess what? We still enslaved. We're still enslaved. But some people not us. Some of us are not educated enough. Some of us not educated enough to know that. See, we as black people, when we yeah, I got two. They are. I got the juice, and I'm going to do another segment about that, about all the rest of the holidays. Check this out. Frederick Douglass said it best, right? The meaning of 4th of July for Negro, a speech given by Frederick in Rochester, New York, on July 5th, 1852, is read by Danny Glover. All right. What American slave is your 4th of July? Answer a day that reveals. Okay, let me see. It went all the way down. See, it's not made for us. It's a pagan. As you right, I got the juice. It's a paganist holiday. Who is it independence for? Show not hell up for us. And this was written by somebody right here. He says, "For the 4th of July, in a world where we officially recognize Juneteenth, that great new holiday sits on the calendar, casting a long shadow over Independence Day, making it look like a hypocrite and a damn fool." Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Independence for who? It wasn't independence for black people, for our ancestors. So why would we celebrate the 4th of July? That's a good question. It wasn't made for us. Why should black people celebrate 4th of July if it was our black ancestors? It was independence for them, right? And it's merely that America owned slaves at the time when America became independent. Is that slavery was completely wrapped up in the movement to become independent. Think about this. If it wasn't for a whole lot of black men, some of the white folks wouldn't have won that war against the British. Nicole Hannah Jones, essay from the 1619 Project, remind us that very reason why the colonists sought independence from Britain was because the European country was talking about abolishing slavery. Let that sink in. European country was talking about abolishing slavery, Jones wrote. We may never have revolted against Britain if some of the founders had not understood that slavery empowered them to do so, nor if they had not believed that independence was required in order to ensure that slavery would continue. It is not incidental that 10 of this nation's first 12 presidents was enslavers, and some might argue that this nation was founded not as a democracy, but as a slave democracy. Respect Common Sense TV. This country was built on slavery. The country was built on slavery. Off the backs of our ancestors. But why should we celebrate July 4th? America wanted to protect its cash cow, and even more, it was wealth derived from slavery that allowed the colonists to afford to pay for the war of independence. And the founder of this country is intertwined with slavery. Why would we celebrate that? Why should we celebrate that? Why? Why should we celebrate our own demise in slavery? Why should we celebrate people who enslaved our ancestors? Why should we celebrate them using us to get what they wanted? But also, why should we celebrate them why should we celebrate when our ancestors escape? They want to bring them back to the slave owner, the state they escaped for? Why should we want to celebrate for the ones that helped our ancestors escape, celebrate them get harsher punishment? Why should we celebrate? In 1776, abolitionist Thomas Day wrote in a letter, if there be an object truly ridiculous in nature, it is an American patriot signing resolution of independence with one hand and the other with the other brandishing a whip over his afraid slave. Think about this. That right there is, just think about that. You should have to think about that. He's signing something or independence, but yet got a whip in the other hand, whipping our ancestors who is not free. Who is not free. Okay. But that ridiculous, this is exactly what happened. Slave owners, Thomas Jefferson's first draft of the Declaration of Independence had a part where slavery was condemned, even as one of his 600 slaves stood by, ready to do whatever he said. Okay. Jefferson's section blamed slavery on Britain, suggested King George had forced it on America. How the hell can you force some on somebody? How can you force a slavery on somebody? You can't force nobody to do nothing if they want to do it. Right? Can anybody force y'all to do anything? Can they force you to do anything out there that you don't want to do? Nate, Lil Baby, Jay Wilson, Keon 28, anybody. Can anybody force you to do anything that you don't want to do? Can they force you to do it? How can King George force something on another country? He over there in Britain. Nobody can force you to do anything you don't want to do. That's a lame goddamn excuse for what they did. Congress ended up rejecting that section and created a constitution that protected slavery without mentioning it. This reminds me of today, a time when white supremacists shapes American life so deeply that white people are fighting against the teaching of critical race theory because nowadays, as it was back in the early days of America, this country is both engaged in racism and working hard to pretend it's not. Just like I said, how can you ban? They want to ban critical race theory to be taught in school when it's not being taught in school. They don't want the truth to come out, but guess what? I'm bringing the truth tonight. I'm bringing the truth tonight. Okay? To think about it, this country is both engaged in racism and in working hard to pretend it's not. How many times have you walked somewhere and somebody looking at you funny because they think you're in the wrong neighborhood? Think you look at you funny because you in the wrong part of town. Think about it. America has never been the land of liberty and justice for all. It shows not hasn't been the land of liberty and justice for all. Liberty and justice for all for who? It's not liberty and justice for all now. Liberty? What liberty? What liberty are we getting? To walk outside walk outside where we live at? What justice? What kind of justice do we get? We don't get no kind of justice. We don't get no kind of justice at all. What justice are they talking about? One black man do one crime, and this white man do the same crime. The white man might get off. But guess what? The black man gonna get to suffer the consequences of his actions, but the white man won't. See, that's why I said I don't celebrate the 4th of July. But we have fought to make America more American, more free, and more just. We are critical to America moving closer to living up to its promise. We are critical to America, but it's still fuck 4th of July. I said fuck the 4th of July. What y'all think? Isn't that hey, that's not my Independence Day. We are not free on that first Independence Day, and that thought that makes me wonder what our enslaved foremothers and forefathers must have thought as they watched people celebrate independence and they kidnapped people who had been trafficked across the sea and were being tortured so others could grow wealthy. What did they think of this spectacle? What did they think about this spectacle? See, they were celebrating being free, but guess what? Our ancestors was free. Our ancestors wasn't free at all. Our ancestors was free. In a world where the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and Eric Garner, and many more, remain hyper present in the black mind, we still see shocking and sometimes bloody things happen to black bodies because of the people of America. So miss me with your 4th of July celebration this year and every year. The only Independence Day I recognize, only Independence Day that this author recognized is Juneteenth. That's the only holiday he recognized. See, think about it. That's a lot to think about. That's a lot to think about. What do the 4th of July, what do this paganist holiday mean to y'all? Do it mean, I'm gonna ask y'all the question, chat. I'm gonna ask y'all the question. I found something else. Check this out. This says United States doesn't deserve to celebrate the 4th of July this year. With the way America is being acted, its birthday party. Hold on. Its birthday party, the 4th of July, needs to be canceled this year. Not that I was celebrating anyway, because the closest thing to Independence Day for black people is Juneteenth. But still, nothing about the current state of this United States resembles freedom. First of all, the Supreme Court has been showing its child ass and needs to be put in timeout. Let's start with the most obvious reason why. The overturn of Roe versus Wade. Respect we building over here. Two of which testified that Roe versus Wade was a settled proceeded during their confirmation hearing, voted to throw out the landmark ruling giving prerogative back to the states. As it explained, it took no time for states with trigger laws to activate abortion bans and contraceptive care restriction on multiple levels, throwing up a long and fat middle finger to women seeking option that could mean life or death. Then immediately after throwing a gut punch at women's health, they ruled that it was okay for high school football coaches to pray on the field after games. And it's not simple as a man who wanted to silently pray to himself after the game. Players on the team did it with him, once saying that they feared retaliation if they didn't or felt forced to do so, despite the fact that they were atheists. Okay. Supreme Court rulings make 4th of July not worth celebrating, while Supreme Court of the United States called itself protecting the coach's First Amendment right. What about those of the student? And what about those this mean for the future of the religious freedom? Yeah, they overturned the affirmative action. I got the juice. I'm going to get into that. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get into it. We're going to get into it. And finally, In both of these cases, the separation of church and state has just been thrown completely out the window. The Supreme Court of the United States decision on being driven by legal impartiality. It is national judicial documentation or conservative values and morals, specifically led by religious and ideologies that's not independent. And finally, they just made a decision to reduce tribal authority in Oklahoma, allowing the state to handle certain crimes on Native American land. So they had respect. Oh, I'm gonna get to it. Oh, we're gonna cover it all tonight. We're gonna cover it all tonight. Cause we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna take a little break there. What's up, Fatty? What's up, Fatty? Fatty, respect. And guess what? I wouldn't mind if anybody want to come on and say their piece of what I'm talking about. Y'all can hit the link. Come on, talk about it. It's free press over here. We do it all. We're gonna talk about it. One, we know Oklahoma can't do nothing right with its historical mistreatment of Black Oklahomans. How can we expect them to administrate justice to another group that been brutalized and marginalized since Columbus ravaged their land? And second, it seems like the Supreme Court of the United States had just said, fuck it, let the state do our job. If the highest court in the land isn't protecting the rights of the greater good, how is this land of the free? What's the point of the 4th of July? What is the point of the 4th of July? Also, Republicans need to go right behind Supreme Court of the United States into timeout. As a matter of fact, just send them into exile. They don't need to celebrate the 4th of July any more than the rest of us. They have proven to be the anti-freedom in their support of reversal Roe versus Wade, attempts to ban Black and LGBTQ plus history in classrooms, have become campaign soapbox to combat a woke agenda. They're unwilling to shield schools from mass shooting through meaningful reform and allegiance to Donald Trump in playing dumb about the January 6th insurrection show that they are willing to turn a blind eye to homegrown terrorism and white supremacists, which is right. That's why we shouldn't be celebrating the 4th of July, because they not helping us out in no way, shape, form, or fashion. What are we selling the 4th of July for? What kind of independence do we have if we'll have? What kind of independence do we have if we are held hostage by racism, failed policy, inaction, or lack of empathy? What kind of You're right. We're building over here. This country wouldn't even be here if it weren't for our ancestors helping fight the British. Respect to Together We Break production. How can we celebrate the 4th of July when January 6th insurrection showed that they're willing to turn a blind eye to homegrown terrorism and white supremacists? Okay, let's go. What kind of independence do we have if we're held hostage by privilege, racism, failed policy, inaction, and lack of empathy? Where that at? Okay, where that at? How can we celebrate? We don't celebrate it. I don't celebrate it anyway. I used to. Till I start knowing better and doing better. We're going to take a little break here. We're going to take a little break here. We're going to come back. Go get your water. Go get your soda. Go whatever you need to go get. Go get it, because we're going to take, let's see what break I'm going to take. We're going to take a 3-minute break. Okay, we're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll take a 3-minute break. Be back. I'm back. Let's continue this. Let's continue this. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with the chat first. Let's catch the chat first. Okay. The NOUCD Pride Parade where they were chanting, "We're coming for your children." No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I got the juice. I didn't see that. Yep. Okay, the one that. Okay, let's continue. This. And speaking of inaction, Democrats should be embarrassed to come to the party because they keep getting beat down by Republicans, which is true. Real talk, Dems are losing ground with the Black, Latino, and Asian community who make up a large portion of their voting base. Economy is in shambles under this blue administration, and Republicans take their every chance they get to attack and out-message them while charging up a growing conservative base. The party of the 99%ers is getting its ass whooped, and we, the people, are watching and wonder if it will ever fight back. Instead of the let me get it right. I'm coming. Okay. Instead of the United States of America, this is officially the disgraced states of America. How many agree with that? This United States is not the United States. It's just disgraced. As of July 2022, women are gradually losing rights to govern their own bodies, and many citizens can't feed their families because job wages aren't keeping up with inflation. I don't care how much you make. Inflation, food costs going up, clothes costs going up, everything going up, but the wages that we Americans, we people go to work and work, we're not getting paid for how we work and where we work. We rank number 1 in the world for mass shooting. Let that sink in. And they do not want to do anything about gun control. We rank number 1 in mass shooting. That's in the world. And who majority doing the mass shooting? Who in the world? Who doing the number 1 mass shooting in the United States? In this country? Is it the Caucasian doing the most mass shooting? Yes, it is. We have billions for Ukraine, but Joe Biden is begging Congress for a gas tax holiday to stop the hemorrhaging at the pumps. White supremacists are running the streets and state houses, committing physical and political hate crimes. So what they have to celebrate? Just throw the whole holiday away because there's absolutely no semblance of freedom. There's sure is no semblance of freedom for us as a community. There sure is no semblance of freedom. Then the Supreme Court want to rule on affirmative action. Okay. They want to rule on affirmative action. You asked about affirmative action, right? I got the juice. You asked about it, right? Let go look at it and see what affirmative action really was, okay? First, we got to know what the meaning of affirmative action is. You're right. You're right about that. Here's what the meaning of affirmative action is. Affirmative refers to a policy aimed at increasing workplace and educational opportunity for people who are underrepresented in various areas of our society. It focuses on demographic with historically low representation in leadership and professional roles. We are not all the same. We never will be the same. According to, if they keep doing that, affirmative action, okay? Think about this. Okay. I'm gonna read the article right here. I'm gonna read the article right here. Affirmative action for white people. Legacy college admission come under renewed scrutiny. Okay. The next big fight over college admission already has taken hold, and it centers on a different kind of minority group that gets a boost. Children of alumni. In the wake of the Supreme Court decision that strikes down affirmative action in admission, colleges are coming under renewed pressure to put an end to legacy preference. The practice of favoring an applicant with family ties to alumni, long seen as perk for the white and wealthy opponents, long seen a perk for the white and wealthy. Opponents say it's no longer defensible in a world with no counterbalance in affirmative action. Think about that. See, you take away from the action because you want underrepresented people like blacks who don't that seemingly would have a chance to go to college, take it away, but yet you want to keep the legacy of alumni for their kids to go and get into college. See, that's not right. That's not right at all. President Joe Biden suggested colleges should rethink their practice after the court ruling saying that legacy preference expand privilege instead of opportunity. Several Democratic colleges demanded an end to the policy in light of the court decision to remove race from the admissions process. So did Republicans, including Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, who is vying for a GOP presidential nomination. Let's be clear. Affirmative action still exists for white people. It called legacy admission Representative Barbara Lee, a California said on Twitter. They will. They will. See, they want to stop black and they want to stop minority. They want to stop jobs and colleges from hiring. They want to start jobs for hiring people because of their skin color. They want to start admitting people in college because their skin color, but yet they want to keep the legacy bandwagon going. They want to keep their legacy bandwagon going, which is not right. Is that right? No, not right. That's still the from the action, right? For critics of legacy admission, the renewed debate on fairness in admission has offered a chance to swing public sentiment behind their cause. And colleges across the U.S. pledged their commitment to diversity following the court ruling. Activists have a simple response: prove it. If school want to enroll more Black, Hispanic, and Indigenous students, activists say removing legacy preference would be an easy first step. You're right. The majority of them Republicans that's on at the United States Supreme Court will put that by former President Donald Trump. Think about it. Got 9 justices, 6 of them Republican, 3 of them Democrat. Okay. No matter if the 3 that's judges that are Democrat voted against abolishing the affirmative action, you got 6 that voted for it. You're right. You can't tell nobody to come together when they all fight this thing. But affirmative action is still good for the white folks because of the legacy. They don't want to cut that out. Now more than ever, that a justification for allowing this process to continue. A graduate Brown at Harvard who leads Ed mobilized a nonprofit that has fought legacy preferences since 2018. No other country in the world does legacy preferences. Now is a chance to catch up with the rest of the world. Using the Supreme Court decision as a catalyst, group is rallying the alumni or top colleges and press their automata to end the practice. The goal is to get graduates of the 30 schools to withhold donation until the policy ends. The schools include Harvard and University of North Carolina, which were at the center of the court case, along with the rest of the Ivy League and the University of Southern California. Okay. It builds on other efforts taking aim at the practice. Colorado banned it at a public university in 2021, and lawmakers in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New York have introduced similar bill in Congress. Representative Jamal Bowman of New York and Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon, both Democrats, are reviving legislation that would forbid it at all universities that accept federal money. You right about that. I got the juice. You right. You right. Legacy preference have become an easy target in the wake of the Supreme Court decision that hinged on question of merit in college application process, said Julie Park, who studied college admission and racial equality at the University of Maryland. Instead of getting in on their own merit, she said legacy students are just standing on their parents' shoulders, which is right. That is right there. It's just low-hanging fruit. She said people want something to do, and there's a strong rationale to get rid of it. Secretary McGuire, urged college to ask themselves the tough question, and that legacy admission and other types of special treatment have long denied well-qualified students of all backgrounds and level of playing field. In wake of this ruling, they could further tip the scale against the student who already have the card stacked against them, Cardo said in a statement to the Associated Press. In the hazy world of college admission, it is it's unclear exactly which schools provide a legacy boost and how much it helps. In California, where a state law requires schools to disclose the practice, USC reported that 14% of last year admitted students had family ties to alumni or donors. Staff reported a similar rate. See, take away the affirmative action level. Affirmative action at least gave it a level playing field. But now, since that's been taken away, the playing field is not level. It's back what it was. It's not level, no weight, form, or faction. Not at no job is not level. Not here in society is not level. So why should we celebrate the 4th of July? Why should we celebrate? What we got to celebrate? What are we celebrating? We celebrating our freedom. We celebrating our kids who want to go to college. But guess what? They got the grade, but guess what? They can be denied because of their skin color. But they're not without their skin color because they ain't got no legacy at these schools. They probably won't get in. Then they don't have no experience in the field they want to go study in college. How they gonna get in? Because the affirmative action has been taken away because the jobs don't have to hire them because of their skin color. How are we free on this 4th of July? How the 4th of July is our freedom. How the 4th of Independence Day is our Independence Day. I gave you some breakdown. I know I said I'm going to do. Let's talk about the Bill of Rights and what the real meaning of 4th of July was, but I'm gonna do the Bill of Rights later by itself. Let's talk about this 4th of July that's coming up. I know a lot of people gonna be mad because they want to go out and shoot fireworks, barbecue and all this other stuff. But guess what? This is not our Independence Day. This is not our Independence Day. So guess what? It is what it is. You're right, we've been over here. They do have the votes, especially when you got 6 Republican Democrats, 6 Republicans on the Supreme Court. They doing the conservatives bidding, taking everything away that was good, that was happening. But the Democrats got to go out some balls themselves and stop trying to play by the rules, which the Republicans is not playing by the rules. They're not playing by the rules. They never was. They never will. What should we do? About go vote. Go vote. Vote for what? Because these people going to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it. It is what it is. But guess what? I'm not going to sit by, I'm not going to celebrate the 4th of July. Never did, never will. So guess what? We will continue this talk. I ask you again, for the people that still left in this chat, what are you celebrating the 4th of July for? Is this your Independence Day? Is this your Independence Day? Is this your Independence Day? Are you free? Are you truly free? Let me know if you're truly free. It's your independence. What costs should freedom cost? Is you free? Are you free? Or is this your independence? I'm asking you, will you celebrate the Pegasus holidays, July 4th, which that independence bill, whatever Declaration of Independence was signed on July 2nd? Thank you, Fatty. See, they don't want to talk about this right here. Yeah, the more you vote, guess what? It's not happening. Because they want to, then the Republicans, in the Republican states, they want to move the district line, the voting line to fit their agenda. They want to move the line to fit their agenda. See, this needs to be talked about. See, this of course I got to ask the chat for anybody else going to want to hit the go watch the replay. Is this your Independence Day? Is y'all free? I'm not free. If you free, and if this your Independence Day, July 4th is your Independence Day, put a 1 in the chat. If not your Independence Day, put a 2 in the chat. Because I'm sure not. Look at, I'm free with the mind. That's the only thing free. I get tired of walk around here, people looking at my sisters and brothers funny, like they don't belong where they belong. See, if you got anything, if you got any 2 cents you want to put in, you can hit the panel to put it in. You can hit the panel and put it in. Because guess what? We are not free. Some of us are living in slavery right now. No, not physically, but mentally. Think about it. Think about it. Think about the prison system. Got more our brothers and sisters locked up in the prison system. They go out on work details. That's modern day slavery. That's modern day slavery. Think about all the acts that they did. They signed the independence Declaration of Independence with one hand, but with a whip in another, whipping our ancestors. See, I'm not celebrating Independence Day. I start celebrating the Pegasus holidays, which don't make no sense to me. See, they want to say February is Black History Month. I think Black History Month is every month, every day of the week. See, some of our people, we got to wake up some of our people out there. We got to wake them up. We know we're going to wake up and smell the coffee per se. We're going to wake up and say, hey, enough is enough. We're going to wake up and say, hey, we're killing each other. Why we killing each other? We try to get some build up together. Like I said, they ain't the only one killing us. We're killing ourselves. We're killing ourselves because we're not using our damn head. Stop me when I'm wrong. Stop me when I'm wrong. Everybody going to go around celebrating 4th of July, cooking, barbecue, popping out fireworks. What you barbecue should set out firework for? You're not free. Our ancestors was never free. They were whooped and beaten. When they ran away, they had to go. And they would catch it. They would sit back where they came from, the state they would came from, to the owners who they ran away from. Thomas Jefferson, think about it. He raped a sister Queen Hemmings when she was 14 years old and impregnated her 7 times. And he was one of the writers of the Declaration of Independence. Think about it. Where our independence at? When they took away Roe versus Wade, they took independence back for the women to make their own decision in health care. When they took away affirmative action, they took away the college's ability to say, "Hey, the student got good grades. He or she could get in because of their skin color," but they want to take away the legacy part of it, where if a white person, their father, their mother, whoever went to that school, they still can get in. See, I'm telling the truth today. Who don't? I'm like this. I might get an email from YouTube for saying what I got to say. I don't care what I got to say. I don't care what they had to say about it. Because guess what? It got to be said. It needs to be said. It had to be said. It's enough. It's enough. It's time we wake up, people, to see what they're trying to do. They trying to hide the real history of America. They're trying to hide the real history of America, which the real history of America, our ancestors helped build this country. Our ancestors built this country. It wasn't for our ancestors, this country wouldn't even be here because the white man, they wouldn't be doing slavery. We wouldn't be talk about it today. Because the funny thing about it is, they said taxation without representation. They want representation in the parliament, but they couldn't get it. So they fought to get their freedom. Because guess what? Because they would have been reduced to slaves their damn self. You right about that. We building over here. We got to stop. We got to stop what we're doing and stop celebrating. What are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? We building over here. Brown Robinson, I got the juice. Love baby. And then sweet. What are the minorities celebrating? What are they celebrating Independence Day? Is Independence Day really, is that very important for us to celebrate? No, it's not. Until they show us what they really mean by that. Well, you're right. Roe versus Wade is going first. Now affirmative action going. Now they might go and say, "Hey, same-sex marriage, same-sex shit, anything." Don't tell which way they would go. So how should we respond? How should we respond to all of this? How should we respond to all of this? See, this is what I call content. Chat. What y'all think about this July 4th? What do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about it? Let me know. I want to hear from y'all. Should Independence Day be a holiday? It's a paganist holiday. The only people really should be that are celebrating, have a reason to celebrate, is the Caucasians. I'm gonna put this comment up. I'm gonna put this comment up. I couldn't have said it better myself, we builder. I could have said it better myself. Think about it. We run around here as black people on the 4th of July doing cookout party and having fun in this country we call America. We call America. American ancestors, really think about it. Think about it. How many of our ancestors had to die? How many of our ancestors had to die? For these Caucasians to have their freedom and to have the wealth they have. How many of our ancestors had to die? Or y'all get tired of you going somewhere and people say, hey, do you live here? Where you going? What you doing here? That's still not independence. That's still not freedom. Got to know the difference. Yeah, we can walk around anywhere we want to go to, but when they gonna start questioning us? Where that freedom and legacy? Where that independence at? Where that independence at? We are morally, we are walked in the mind. Some of us are walked in the mind that we are not woke. Some of us are walked in the mind because we are too woke. Some of us gotta wake up. Some of us are woke right now. I wanna give a challenge to anybody out there right now that go watch this replay. I don't care what race, what nationality, ethnic group, academic group, skin tone, skin color you are. I make a challenge to you today. I make a challenge to you today. Find out what really the 4th of July really means. Who really benefited for the 4th of July? Guess what? It wasn't us, baby. It wasn't us. It wasn't us. She run respect. It wasn't us. It wasn't us coming back again, celebrate. Yeah, all people want to go run around, go buy firecrackers, fireworks, to shoot off on 4th of July. Go out and get the grill going because on 4th of July. Guess what? If I want a grill, I go put a grill out anytime I want to put it out. I don't have to have those certain things to celebrate. But some of us can't help it because some of us are still asleep. Some of us are still asleep. Think about it. How are we as a community supposed to feel when we are still looked at as non-human? How should we feel when we were looked at less than human? How do we feel that animals get treated better than we do? Yes, Sharon, they became free from Spain, but our ancestors didn't become free. Our ancestors helped them get free from the British. But our ancestors isn't free. We are not free. We never will be free till everybody start waking up and see what's really going on around them. Until they wake up to see what's going on around them, we got a few people that going to fight the system. They go fight to for us to teach our kids what's really going on. See, they don't want the real truth to come out like I'm teaching it today. The truth is, see, this is one message. This is one thing. You can sit down with your kid, listen to the replay, listen to the story, the fact, the things I said over here, and teach them. Cause the school sure is not going to teach them this stuff. Cause they always want to ban CRT, which is not taught in school. Why are you scared to teach that in school? And they want to ban some books that teacher can have their students to read. They want to ban this down the floor. They want to ban fraternity and sorority. But guess what the fraternity and sorority they want to ban? It's not the Caucasian fraternity and sorority they want to ban. It's the dark-skinned sorority and fraternity they want to ban from colleges. You right about that? We build it over here. I would love to hear somebody else's point of view on this topic that I'm talking about. I know I said that I'm going to talk about the Bill of Rights. They're going to be another show. There's going to be another show. There's going to be another live. But I'm getting tired of people. I'm getting tired of seeing black people, my brothers and sisters, kings and queens, go down here buying fireworks, get a whole bunch of meats, go get charcoal and fire another grill. I know it's somebody is a tradition. I know it is. But we need to make a new tradition, not to do it. Because it wasn't our Independence Day. They kept their foot on our neck back then, on our ancestors' neck. Because they were 3/5 of a human. They were animals back then. To them. Then the men, Caucasian men back then, no matter what the age of the child was, 14, 13, 15, they had sex with them. Right, we building. See, everybody want to say that some people are predators, pedos. Now, they was more so back then. There were more predators and pedophiles back then when they're going and taking advantage of our ancestors, which some girls were 14, 15 years old. They're taking advantage of them. Should run. Guess what? That's what you should be celebrating. Your grandmother's born day. Why should we celebrate Independence Day when the forefathers still owned slaves? Well, let's talk about, they want to go against other people that own the slaves. See, I ain't doing nothing but speaking the truth. Watch how many people. Watch how many people on YouTube gonna be showing them celebrating the 4th of July. Watch. Watch. Respect Pretty Brown Eyes. Yeah, tell your grandmother I said happy born day. Anybody got anything? I'm doing great. How you doing, Pretty Brown Eyes? Anybody else got anything? Anybody got they want to come put their 2 cents in on this? Hit the link. Come on, put your 2 cents in. 25 cent dollar, whatever you want to put in. Come on, put that in on this topic. Realest one, you already know. I bring the truth here. Some people scared to say what I just said. Some people scared to say, "Hey, fuck the 4th of July." So that's not our Independence Day. That's not our Independence Day. And never will be our Independence Day. Pretty Brown Eyes, here's the deal right here. I'll tell you. I was going to talk about the Bill of Rights today, but I'm not going to talk about the Bill of Rights. We're talking about the meaning of the 4th of July. What did the 4th? I'm talking about what did the 4th of July mean to us as a community? It don't mean a damn thing. See, I don't celebrate the 4th of July no more. Yes, do I like a good barbecue? Yes, I do. See, it's kind of then on top of that, it's because if you go walk anywhere, yeah, you better talk to her. It goes to show you how naive some of our people are. Some of the kings and queens are. Because if they knew what really was going on, some of them might say, fuck the 4th of July. But guess what? Some of them might say, hey, I don't care. They don't want to listen. Pretty Brown Eyes, what y'all was talking about, what y'all was saying. You type it in the chat. You can type it in the chat. You're right. We can barbecue anytime. We can barbecue anytime. We don't need a reason to celebrate because it's not our holiday. It's not our Independence Day. They signed that Declaration of Independence with one hand and had a whip in another hand and whipped our ancestors. They molested our ancestors when they were 14, when she was 14, when they were 14, 15 years old. Men and the boys and the girls. They impregnated the girls at that age. Let that sink in. They were predators back then. They was pedophiles back then. It is the oppressor day. It is. They oppressed us. What do you think about them doing that to the girls and boys, impregnated the girls? Respect, Keyway LA, Cali Love. Give your family and give your friends my love, my brother. Because, hey, stay safe out there. Because guess what? We I got this one question. I want y'all to ask this question. I want y'all to answer this question. Put a one in the chat if we're free. If we are we free today, put a one put a one in the chat. Pretty brown eyes. I'm telling you, you come over here, you learn about a whole lot of stuff you didn't know about. Cause LA, you live in LA, okay. Says so it's 7 o'clock out there. Okay. But Cali Love, you need to call Big Mama. Okay. What you gonna answer? What you gonna ask Big Mama? Tell your Big Mama I say hello too. See, every time I come on, I'm gonna bring you something new. Cause last time I talked about what did I talk about last time? I gotta go back and see what I talked about last time. Hold on. I forgot what I talked about a day ago. I forgot what I talked about. I forgot what I talked about a day ago. But it was a deep discussion. Cause I'm just taking pretty broad eyes. We got a whole lot of folks that in our family was oppressor. We got a whole lot of people in our family that was oppressor that we don't know about. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. There's a whole lot of people that is with us got a person in their family. But you think they want to apologize to us for what going on? Now that's deep. That's deep. Said your great grandmother married and had kids with a white man because she didn't want to have kids with a relative. That's but how old was she? How old was your great grandmother when she did that? When she did that. See, that's the thing. They were having kids young back then. Have your family disown you? I got the juice. Yeah, you're right. F them. Tell you because you wake. You're awake. You know the truth. And they scared of the truth. The truth is hurting them. Yep. No. I got somebody coming up. Teron.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Toronto 19? What's going on, T19? What's going on?
Nothing much,
Go
nothing
ahead, speak
much.
to.
Man, I
I'm
like,
gonna mute up. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do some talking. Let your put your get your word in.
I just give you a reason why we shouldn't even celebrate 4th of July. And, like I said, they only give us Black History Month on February. It should be Black History Month every month anyway. I don't know, it's like we always at the bottom of the totem pole. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound, racist or anything like that. I'm not. I'm just saying we are the better people. We being here, and we might be the last to be here. I don't know that. Only God knows that. So, my thing is, like I said, we can stay together, but it is certain things we need to get rid of, who is not good for us. And everybody talking about the community and everything. The community starts in your home. That's the first thing. You gotta raise these kids up right. And plus, the whole Christmas and everything, that's a pagan holiday. And then you gonna tell your kids Santa Claus will give you a gift, a white man's red suit. That's like telling a lie. Sure, you tell them the truth.
Hey, T19, you know the front thing. Hey, you
Huh?
know the front thing you said that. I did a
What?
show. I did a live on the Pagan's holiday. See, I'm gonna re-rec that show again about these Pagan's holidays, and they want us to believe that a fat white man gonna go to the hood, leave a gift, right?
Yeah.
They want us to believe a fat white man gonna go come down the chimney. How the hell a fat white man?
Bob.
Oh, he can swing just get a whole bunch of back.
But about that though,
Hey,
there is such thing as a black Santa Claus though. But I can't recall it. I think he has to be in Russia. The first black man. I don't know. I got to look into that because I know it said Chris Kringle, but it's a black dude that named that. It says in Russia, but I don't know. I got the cause I think I got that on Facebook, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that though.
I need to sweet. Take it easy. And, hey, hope you, hey, get your rest. But you know what? At the same time, I don't care that I don't care. They said Saint Nicholas, Chris Krieger, whoever the hell you want to call them, white, black, green, purple, whatever. He died. You see, he's not covered. I don't care what color Santa Claus is. He's not covered hood. He's not covered to the hood at nighttime. They covered this about the house.
No.
And he sure hell ain't coming down no damn chimney. He sure hell ain't coming down no damn chimney. Look here. Have you seen a deer fly?
No. On
Okay
time I see a
then.
deer fly. On time I see a deer fly when you hit it. That's the only thing. If you hit a deer fly up in the air. But like I said, we start lying to these kids.
Yeah. See, think about it. We better said it just about. I know it's not about Santa Claus, but it always they want to make decoration. All said this was with the old the Lord and Savior Jesus was born, whatever that
That's
stuff right
fine.
there. And yeah, and they want to make it all pretty, decorate all pretty, green, red, whatever, white, whatever color. See, think about it. Christmas should be see what they fail to realize, just like everybody won't use July 4th as a reason to barbecue. You can barbecue any day of the week, any time of the month.
Exactly.
And then guess what? You can give, you can give any time of the year.
Right.
See that yeah, say is giving is definitely better than receiving. Yes, guess what? You can give to anybody that doesn't have any time of the year. It don't have to be just on one specific day. See,
Right.
that's why we all eyes are covered.
Yep.
I understand you, we build. I understand you. I'm with you on that. But do you understand what I'm saying? That giving shouldn't be just on 1 month. It should be we should be giving to people all year round that have less than we have.
What about we just pay it forward?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Pay it forward.
You know? Like I said, somebody help you help another. You just pay it forward. That's like giving anyway.
You right about that. We build it over here. We build it. There's a whole lot of people that don't give. But and some people who do give, they expect something in return. See, you got it from your heart. See, and think about it. Ancestors back then, what they went through. Thomas Jefferson wasn't the president. Like I said, he signed the bill to about this about slavery, but yet guess what he does? Cheryl Hibbins, he go rape her. She was 14 years old. Impregnated her 7 times.
Uh,
See, I call them people pedophiles. Pedophile back then what they was doing. Praying on our ancestors when they were young, cause they could. They were on laws
yeah,
back then to protect them.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, that's messed up.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, I'm gonna get on the Bill of Rights. Next lab we do is gonna be on the Bill of Rights.
I
Hey,
don't know what good they're gonna
hey,
do. It ain't no good for us.
hey, to run that thing, you already know how I do it. I don't care who. I don't care the federal government, YouTube, whoever. You know I don't give a damn. Hey, put it away. Put it away. Look here. They don't want the teachers to teach this in school. Get what? That's what the way I said. You get your children, sit down, listen to my show. I will give you some facts. And get what I tell them. Go do your research yourself. See, they want the teachers teach our children this in school. They want a bad critical race theory out of school, which is not able to be taught in school.
Exactly. I don't
So
like.
guess what?
Well, I think that we need to be taught something that we need in life, not talking about like history and all that. What's good they're gonna do us?
Yeah,
We need something now.
yeah,
Credit, credit, fix things around the house or something like that. Stuff that we need in life in general.
yeah. You're right. It's just in general. And the thing we as 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 our community, as I said, we as a community, is that just like we Bill just said over here.
Uh,
Yeah, there's no way people give every day, right? But guess what?
right.
There's some people more worried about what kind of shoes you got on, what kind of what kind of pants, shirt, nails, hair, eyelashes, the outer appearance of the clothes that you got on. See, and how
Be
much they
worth nothing.
cost.
Don't be worth nothing.
Even I would say, yeah, even if there's some people that got it like that. There's some people that got it like that. I'm not knocking them. I'm talking about the people that don't have it like that.
Exactly.
See what I'm
Ones don't
saying?
have it like to get
So,
that, then they end up being broke because they're trying to get that.
yep. And then you got some people that got it and they can get that. There's some of them that is selfish.
Yeah, that too.
Those I said so. I said some are selfish.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, and how much I guarantee you, Terrell 19, I guarantee you, there's gonna be somebody on YouTube or any other social media platform, not just YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat.
What?
I
What? Any
guarantee you they're
social?
gonna post some. I guarantee they go. I said they're gonna post something on their social media. They're gonna be popping fireworks and celebrate like they're free. You know they are.
Yeah,
See,
like I
I can go
said.
talk this whole lot of. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. Finish your platform.
No, yeah, hey, go ahead. Go ahead and say what you got to say. Hey,
All
go ahead and say
I'm
what you got
finna
to
say,
say.
is, shoot. If it's 4th of July, I ain't gonna celebrate it. But if I see some sales that I really need, I go get it. They be selling something, on 4th of July, a half off sale, whatever.
Yep, yep. You right. We been
Uh,
over here. There's a lot of people that don't have it like that. What's what's that saying? You try to live like the Joneses, but with Laquita and Coward budget. So see, look, they try to live a wine dream, a expensive wine, champagne dream on a beer budget.
a classmate of mine. He asked me $100, but he in a new Benz, and I looked at him crazy. I'm like, you in a Benz, but you asking me for $100, and you got all this designer on. You got all this designer on, and you need to tell me you need $100.
He asked you for $100.
Yeah, you sure did. I looked at him crazy. I just told him I ain't got it. But you know what I'm saying? I don't really have it because, guess what? You know what I'm saying? I had to pay bills for that.
Yeah, but it's like this right here. I want to ask you a question. Did you I know you was here about almost this entire show, right? This entire live. Did you learn anything else that you already? Did you learn anything that you already knew? Anything else that you didn't know that you learned today?
I know some. To be honest with you, I know some, but not all. I already know some, but I don't
Some of
know
the stuff.
all.
Yeah, but some of the stuff you knew. But I brought a whole lot of other stuff. I brought a whole lot of the stuff out, didn't I?
Right.
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, all I'm doing is trying to teach the masses that want to listen. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. And I'm gonna get ready to shut it down and go get me something. I ain't all day. I've been drinking. All I've been drinking water. I didn't go put food in my system. But I tell you this, when I tell you this right here, Terrell, hey, I tell you this right here. Like I told Armando, everybody else, I don't care what the government say, whatever. Oh, you try to shut me down? Okay, guess what? I'm gonna tell YouTube this and the federal government. I got a freedom of speech. I got a right to speak my mind. You come get me? Okay, come get me. Prepare to pay the consequences after you do that.
Yeah, they trying to limit our.
You already know what the consequence is, don't you?
No.
I'm gonna hit him in the pocket.
Nah, they already trying to limit our freedom of speech.
Yeah. Yep. Try to limit it. But guess what? Everything ain't free.
Yep.
Brian, hold on. Let me have Brian there. Brian, why she don't want you to talk on this subject now? Why not? Why not? Because I know Brian would have been up here.
You know a good subject next time?
What's a good subject next time?
You need to talk about Valentine's Day.
Oh, believe me, he coming.
I bet they're gonna flip out.
Oh, when I talk about Valentine's Day, I want to meet some women, man, and some men, man. Somebody ain't gonna get done that night.
So, if you know the true origins of that, hey, I bet.
Look, I told you I did the show a while back on all the holidays.
Okay.
I did a show, but I'm gonna bring him up again. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here. I got a little early day tomorrow, but get me a little something to eat. But Terrell 19. Hey,
Yes, sir.
I I know you one of the people I can count on. You and Brian, we built over here, and I forgot who else. There's somebody I forgot who else. I can always count on y'all being in the damn chat. I
Oh
always
yeah.
count on y'all being in the chat.
Oh yeah. If I'm not tapping in the chat room, I'm definitely listening.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go
Oh
find me
yeah,
something
yeah.
snack.
Oh, I know you is. All right. Hey, you take it easy, my brother. Hey, you be safe. You be
All right, you
safe.
too.
I tell you, hey, all right. Oh, believe me, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down, Brian. She don't want you to get it. Yeah, you right about that. We built it over here. Hey, yeah. Anything got to do with giving just think about you gotta how you got her is how you keep her. How you got her, how you keep her. You give her this, give her that, every day. Hey, just give her flowers and candy just for no reason. But I'm getting ready to sign off. I thank everybody. Ryan Robinson, we built it over here. Love, baby. I got the juice. Realist. Fatty Yak. Who else? Sharonda. Guy Sweezy. I forgot about Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson. Number one, Jay Wilson. Number the Bivet, Anita Sweet. Nate the Great. Taya Renee. Toronto 19, Shawanda Williams. Trying to see who else. Trying to see who else came up in here. The Bivens, I said the Bivens. I got the Jews. Yeah. Baby Love. Baby Love and Love Baby. Kenyon 28. Consist TV. Fatty Yak. Together We Break Production. Shawanda. Pretty Brown Eyes. Realest One. Keyway LA. Drive officer, tell her I say hello. Tell her I say hello. Hey, you spending time with her? She there with you, Brian? Is she there with you, or is she on the phone with you? Tell her I say hello. Next time you talk to her. But this is the end of the show, and I love to thank the people came up. Thanks to AP for coming on the panel, get his little, uh, put his voice in it. To run 19. Thank you for coming on, put your little bit in. I like to send shout out to respect to 20 Day Shabunda Black TV. Uh, all the 20s Nation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To the y'all Dave, L, 20th Princess, Jerry Spears, Alpha Buckeye, Thug Like Betty, Roll. Let me see who else. I'm trying to think who else over there. It's a whole bunch of y'all. Names I can't recall. Hey, Brian, tell her this is the learning channel. Tell her this is the learning channel right here. I got a question. Did everybody learn something tonight? And why? If you learned something tonight, put a one in the chat. If y'all would like to talk, and if you did, put a one. If you learned something tonight, if I educated you enough tonight, put a one in the chat. Ask her, ask her, hey Brian, ask her if she subbed up to me. Ask her if she subbed up to me. And I like to say I respect too the Down River Queen EJ's podcast, Wax AP, uh, Black to the P, Cuba, McBead, Shakira, Monique Hill, Shawanda, uh, Fatty At, God, Tommy. Respect to Queen Diamond Shooter, and host of others that over there in the now. Respect to all of y'all. 20 Station, I love y'all. And guess what? I'm finna be out of here. Okay, okay. She subbed up to me. She subbed up to Amundo and me. After this, she sub up to me because this is because I do educational stuff. And guess what? I always need a woman input. Okay. I shoot. When I said that one up, hey, whenever she want to hit the link, she can hit the link. I always look. Hey, you know me, Brian. I love a female's point of view. And I'm getting ready to get out of here. I've been saying that for a while. But respect to everybody that came in. Respect to everybody that going to watch the replay. Respect to everybody. And I love and respect everybody. To the people that rock with me, the people that support me, I love you and respect to you. Like I always say, respect and love yourself. Because if you respect and love yourself, you can still see through other people BS and try to make the next day better than it was today. And stay safe. Okay, okay, okay. What does she want to talk about? It got to be something about real life, though. You know, I do real life scenarios. I do real life topics over here. I did real life topic over here. I think of what I think of what for her. I think of a topic that she probably could get into. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that too. And on that note, mount respect to everybody. I love you. Love and respect yourself, and try to make the next day better than it was before. Peace.
Buddha.